Hello everyone, assalamu alaikum. So here's the thing, if you're upgrading Flutter and then if you encounter issues like Gradle versions or a AGP version issue, then this is the tutorial that you should follow. The first thing that we need to make sure in our Android build Gradle, this one. Now here there is something called build Gradle. Now there is a version number that I see 8.3.2. Now in general, this is the AGP version, okay? Now this AGP version has to match with your actual distributed Gradle version, okay? Now here you also need to go to your Gradle wrapper properties. Now here I do see that here we say, okay, we are using actual Gradle version 8.7, and then here AGP version 8.3.2. Now what's the compatibility? How do you understand which version should we use here or here? Should they be same? Of course, first thing, they shouldn't be same because this is the Gradle version and this is the AGP version. So how to understand the range? So let's take a look at the official website. So now this is Android's official website, and over here you'll see that Android Gradle plugin, which is actually AGP, which refers to the version here, whatever the version you use here. Now here you'll see that on the left there are different kind of versions actually. So here it is 8.8. Remember this 8.8, this is the AGP version. But somehow in my application, actually I'm using AGP 8.3.2. So now I need to refer to 8.3.2. So 8.3.2. So now in general, I'm going to go for there, the major versions. So you can ignore the patch versions. So as long as it is 8.3, we are good to go. So now here for AGP 8.3, we have some compatibility reference over here. So here it's saying that if you use AGP 8.3, once again, which is this one, then you need to see your Gradle version. So it says that Gradle version could be 8.4, okay, or higher. Why you say higher? You see it says the minimum version. So for your Gradle, we are using 8.4. Okay, here it's recommended, but in my case, I'm using in Gradle wrapper.properties 8.7, so it could be 8.4, or it could be 8.5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so it doesn't really matter. So it should be same or higher. So in my case, I'm using 8.7. Okay, so that's the first thing you need to know. And then, so this would help you to sort out the major issues. The other thing you need to check, so here we do have this one. And then somewhere else, for example, in my settings.gradle, here I also have a version. So whatever version you use here, so make sure that you say apply false. Okay, so make sure that you say apply false, so it's not going to conflict with the AGP version over here. Okay, so whatever you use here, if they don't match, just make sure that you say apply false if you have these sections. Okay, and then you're good to go. The last thing that I want to address at the same time, because I think they're related. So one of the version is this Java version. Okay, so sorry, NDK version. Now here you'll see that I'm using NDK version, this one. But if you go ahead and check, you'll see that they're saying the NDK version is 25 and little above. Okay, so this is the default version. Now you could use this one, or if it doesn't work, use a little bit higher. So it could be also 26. Okay, so this here, this compatibility gives you a detailed summary based on your AGP version. Once again, AGP version refers to the version over here. So based on this, how you should set up your Gradle version, and then at the same time how you should set up your Android version. Of course, at the same time, it also gave you your Java version. Okay, so this is here, you can pretty much follow everything. But of course, it is true that if you follow this, now some of your plugins might not work. So you need to upgrade the plugins, or need to make sure that those plugins, they use the same AGP version, because every plugin also have their AGP version. So you also need to check that one, or you can upgrade all of your plugins and you are good to go.